Hello everybody. You go first? It's going to be a good day, isn't it? Welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is Travis. We have a new deck called Barbarians and Hellions. And the Barbarians are the Sardian Cliff Stompers. Because in case we come up against these little swarms, I need something that could block for a little bit. And I don't think I should be using Fatal Grudge just yet. They make it hexproof so they can attack for one with the toxic one. Okay. Let's try a Shakedown Heavy. Everything's coming in tapped thanks to their sensor. Ouch! This is gonna hurt. Okay, they've already tapped the one, but I didn't get my 5th land. So... oh. Can't cast more than one spell each turn, too. That's why I couldn't get the second monstrosity down. Otherwise, that would have been nice. This is the basic idea. The multi-monstrosity normally costs 8, but it becomes less depending on the power of your creatures on the board, the highest power. So if I get the Shakedown Heavy down, it only costs 2 to bring down the monstrosity. Fortunately, it's going to be difficult to do everything. Okay, let's exile the Obliterator. And let's just attack with everybody, yeah? They took 9 points of damage. And that may be why, right there. So, Mythic Rare, Mythic Rare. They didn't need to do that. Both of my guys were tapped. It's kind of weird. Okay. The problem with that is they choose their own permanent if we lose somebody there. So I'm kind of stuck right now. Okay, let's start with this, I guess. This will make them lose a life. They have to give up somebody. Now we make them give up another
Enough
somebody.
With the mysteries. I've come.
I've always hated crowds.
I need to get rid of that Inquisitor so that Shieldred can be killed by one of my creatures. It's still not doing it. Let's see. Oh, other Phyrexians from the Grafted Butcher, that's what it is. Okay, so no attacks this turn. Do I get to survive one more turn? They got lifelink out of that. I need more than that. I need more than one more turn.
One day, this land will be ours again.
Get rid of the butcher.
Mirrodin, lend me your flame!
Go after you. I'm willing to trade with Shieldred, and it's got trample, so I still do some damage. No, they're gonna get rid of both. Okay. Discard a card.
Drop it.
The Fatal Grudge is still the third choice, and with them getting these creatures, they just sacrifice a non-blocking token, so Fatal Grudge just wasn't worth it for me to hang on to anymore. I'm getting too much life gain out of all this. Do it this way. We'll bring down Mishra. We'll go get the mountain.
We have the high ground.
Play the mountain. Go ahead and do Invasion of Asgol. They'll get rid of that. And they scoop! Can't believe we beat Shieldred. And a Phyrexian Obliterator. I felt like I had to slow down there to think that through. Alright. The new deck, Barbarians and Hellions. We invite the brand new players to subscribe, the brand new watchers. Okay, so the Barbarians are the Sardian Cliff Stompers. Because we deal with things like Swarm decks and Poison decks, I do want to have these guys. They're 0-4, so if anybody's got Toughness, Power, 1, 2, and 3, we can block them for the few short turns just to help us to survive, and that'll help us get to the Hellions. I've got 2 Shakedown Heavies, and hopefully we can come across one of those and decrease this cost from 8. We would subtract 6 when the Shakedown Heavy is on the battlefield, and suddenly we can get 4 different creatures down for only 2 mana apiece that are 5/5 with trample. The other stuff is supporting infrastructure to help us along the way. We've got different versions of removal along here. We've got 1 Flame Blessed Bolt and 1 Strangle. We have 4 Invasion of Asgol to make them sacrifice an individual creature or planeswalker. We've got 2 Rebel Salvos that deal 5 damage and they lose Indestructible for their creatures. And we've got 1 Brotherhood's End for a small board wipe and 1 Burn Down the House for a big board wipe. And I think that's like 10 cards. That's enough. We've got another form of removal with Fatal Grudge. You sacrifice your own non-land permanent, and each opponent chooses a permanent that shares the same card type, and they sacrifice it. Plus, you get to draw a card. Other things to help us out in the deck, we have Mishra, claimed by Gix, 3 copies of that, plus a Phyrexian Dragon Engine, so we might be able to meld into Mishra Lost to Phyrexia. That's always fun. We have a bunch of Planeswalkers. I've got 2 Lilianas, I've got 1 Sorin, and I've got 4 copies of Kothfire of Resistance, so if I can get to 4 lands, I won't ever have to worry about missing a land drop for the rest of the match. So getting to 4 is just the magic number. We don't always do it, folks. The rest of what I got, Sheoldred and Mishra Tamer of Makfawa, the other Mishra, where permanents you control have the ward cost, that if you want to target them, you have to sacrifice a permanent, and every artifact card in your graveyard has Unearth. I didn't really worry too much about that. The only thing I have other than that is the Guildpact Paragon. Here's Invasion of Ravnica, 2 copies. You can exile target non-land permanent. So this gives me a way to take care of like enchantments that red normally can't take care of. And then if I get the Guildpact Paragon out, whenever I cast a spell that's exactly 2 colors, look at the top 6 cards of your library and get an extra card draw. So we don't have a whole lot, right? We've got 4 Invasion of Azguls, we've got the Fatal Grudges, and we've got the Mishras. And that's pretty much our dual color thing. So, I mean, it's rare that we'll get the Paragon out, and the idea that we'll get the Paragon out and then we'll be able to hit one of those other 9, it's probably going to be rare. But we're usually looking at combining the Cliff Stompers, the Heavies, and the Monstrosities to do the bulk of our heavy lifting here. Just a little bit of background support from our Planeswalkers, maybe. I feel like I'm behind schedule because I got sick for a week. But the cool thing is, there's a couple hundred subscribers, and I put up some new videos as soon as I got out of lockdown, and y'all came back and watched. And we got a couple new subscribers too. So thank y'all for tuning in. It's kind of fun. It keeps me motivated to keep coming up with brand new decks. At some point, if I was not broadcasting, I probably would have slowed down because I have 100 decks right now. And I would probably just be cycling through those, through the day. But this helps keep my creative mind flowing, the idea that, hey, I should make a new deck. I usually have that urge anyway, but every now and then, being sick for a week is kind of like, ugh, how much concentration ability do I really have right now? Oh no. Artifact or creature. There goes my poor Sheoldred. They probably feel really good about that. Let's go ahead and get rid of their creature. They can see most of what we got. So is the magic number 8? We need 8 lands to make our deck work? We shall see. They could use Blast Zone on that right now, right? If they felt like. They just need 1 more land. They probably won't. They're getting ready, though. Let's go ahead and bring out Sorin. Hello.
Consider yourself fortunate our motives align. My ways are not for the weak.
Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Nice. That's an on-curve mythic rare Sheoldred. Very familiar to us. Thankfully, we did have the removal. I feel kind of lucky about that. Let's go ahead and get something else here.
I bring my own army.
Now the Stomper and the Vampire and the Battles are all below the Blast Zone threshold, so all they can do is maybe pump off. Oh, hello, board wipe. Didn't expect that. Okay. Shakedown Heavy and another Vampire. Now they could use Blast Zone to take out the heavy.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
They have 2 Blast Zones. Great. It's worth it to use up a Blast Zone to take out a Shakedown heavy, right? My Invasion of Ravnica won't protect me from Blast Zone. No, okay, so they're still saving their Blast Zone. They had 2 removal cards. That's a lot of removal.
Wallow in darkness, then.
Okay. What's left for me here? I feel like I need to have pressure on them first before we bring down Cough. They've only got a couple of cards. What are the odds they have removal again? If they have another Shieldred, that's when Invasion of Ravnica comes in handy. But I also do have to worry about... Well, never mind, there's removal. I was going to say I have to worry about discard as well at this point. Okay, so Koth is kind of out right now because they can just kill it with the Blast Zone right away. The question is, do they keep it at 4? I do have a Field of Ruin I can use on it, if I ever get it. Okay, they went past it. Okay, excellent.
This fight is for every
Let's get rid of the
Marin
zombie
who's
now.
fallen by my... I'll melt you to slag.
That way I won't feel bad in case they have a removal card they spend on the Planeswalker. Oh, we have a different color. We've got a splash of white. Why do you always have that card? I don't have anything to... It doesn't really hurt me that they're getting rid of these creatures. I don't have anything to get stuff out of my graveyard anyway. The problem is I need to protect my
A
Planeswalkers.
fight? And you think you can win? Off you go.
I'll shape the earth itself.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, there's nothing left to take out of my graveyard. How do we want to do things? Let's do it this way. Get rid of you.
So last catch
Bring
this.
down another Cough. Go get another
This
mountain.
war is... We have the high ground.
And I don't need to beef up Liliana. I like my 2 cards. Oh no. Where's my Field of Ruin when I need it? Well, I don't really have a whole lot of choices here, do I?
I'll shape the earth itself.
Get rid of whatever card you have. And we'll get rid of Invasion
Don't
of Azul.
overthink things.
Gift of Fangs. Okay. And then They're gonna use Blast Zone on Koth and attack the other Planeswalker with Mishra's Foundry.
The war rages on.
Everything that I have is useless against them. And notice they're not getting the removal cards, right? They got all the removal cards and discard spells they needed to get rid of all my creatures. And now for the past 3-4 turns, now they haven't had to worry about creatures. They're not getting any removal cards. They're getting the same Rotten Reunion card to raid my graveyard again. Woohoo!
Drop it.
Top decking removal. Just great. Every time I think I get a good creature, all my stuff goes away.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
How many cards do we have left? They have 53 cards left? Alright, if that's a discard spell, I'm in trouble. Demolition Field. Okay. We're not scared of that. They'll probably use it because they have nothing better to do. And we are fine with that. We keep the mountains in case we get another Koth out later. And finally, we top deck the right answer to something. Or can they bump their own creature up? Okay, no, because we got it before they tapped it in an attacking mode. I'm going to keep my mountain. I've got enough land to do just about anything else that I want. Okay, I want Koth to go get me mountains. I don't want to get all the mountains out of my deck and then get a Koth. Okay. That's 4 Infernal Grafts and 1 Path of Peril. It looks like they just splashed the white so they could do the full board wipe with Path of Peril. I could use another Starting Cliff Stomper. I guess I'm stuck with that. That's my only choice. Let's see. How many other Sardian Cliff Stomper? I got one that's exiled and one there, right? So I still got 2 more of those in the deck. Yeah, fooled you. Can they beat me to the toxic stuff? Let's go get something. If they don't have removal, they're hoarding. Okay, they do have removal, but I'm going to get a creature out of this. So they're going to need to top deck another removal to get their little mites through. In the meantime, what kind of double colors do I still have left? I've only got one there and two there. So we're not doing too bad, actually, at the idea of... Never mind. Forgot, that one was 5. Made good their other blast zone. Still no Field of Ruin this entire time. Let's cycle. Let's cycle. And let's just put out a stupid land. Nothing like drawing 3 lands in a row, right when I really needed something better. I need something other than a land or the Toxics are going to get me. Why would they do that? They already know what's in my hand. I think I've shown I don't have anything to get stuff out of my graveyard. They just want to play the card. No blocking that. This thing they can pump up, right? It's not enough. They got me. If I could get through unblocked, I'd have lethal. They did really good on their lands. They only drew 8 lands there, basically. And here I've got 4, 7, 10, 12, 14. How much can they pump that up? 4, 8, so 6. That should be lethal on me, right? It was either by poison one direction or by them getting the pumpable creature. And what are the odds out of everything that they had? They had the Evolved Sleeper and they had Shieldred. No, wait. Do I have them? What in the world? Oh, I get to meld. Select a player to attack. Yeah, I'm attacking the player. What's that? I forgot about the melding entirely. 3 damage to any target. There. 1 point. I got so distracted by the toxic and the pumpable creature. I thought they had me at lethal. 9 poison, 1 life point. We still pull it out. Unbelievable. Alright, we'll do one last one. That shows you I'm probably not fully recovered from my illness. I've got a meld creature, and then I completely forget that I have the meld creature. Yeah, I think we try that. I think we try it. It's a full deck of 250. Let's see if they get their perfect mana carve that the 250 decks always seem to get. I do need one more black mana source. That's not it. That's red. All I need to make the entire deck work now is one black mana source. So they're looking for 4 bombs already. And they're searching through 240 cards, so when I put together decks like this, I usually plan ahead towards what 4 cards I want to get so that I can go a little bit faster, but this could take a while if they're not prepared. And it wouldn't be so bad for them to get all these creatures when I have 2 responses ready, as long as I had the right color. And of course I have 7 more of these, which we usually get more of these up front. Just my luck. They're not going to give me these, and the basic lands they give me are all exactly the wrong color. It's okay. We'll just go via Koth. Okay, so Cityscape Leveler is one you don't want to throw into the graveyard. They're going to throw one of these into the graveyard, right? Let's go ahead and give them... No, wait. Shuffle the chosen cards into your library. Okay, so this goes into your library. This goes into your library. That way they have to discard 1. And they do, they discard 1 of their cards. Oh, hello! I did not expect that. Alright, that was kind of quick. We'll do one final one. After all of that effort, did they not like my choices? Because green does have a way to get cards out of the graveyard. Plus, if you put Cityscape Leveler in there, if they start ramping up, they could just bring it out with the Unearth ability anyway. So there was no way I was putting that in the graveyard. I think they were, maybe they were hoping I wasn't paying attention, that I'd choose the one that's the most expensive, and they think, oh, it's going to be a while before you can cast that, and then that was the one they would have planned to throw into the graveyard. Or maybe they were having different kind of land problems than the ones I was having. Skrelv might. So how long do we wait? Do we bother to wait at all? Yeah. You're all going away. Nope, hexproof doesn't stop you from a board wipe. They took 2 points of damage for nothing. Alright. Shakedown heavy, followed by monstrosity next turn. No ossification. Cross your fingers, no ossification. No ossification. Thank you. Thank you very much. Get it down now while we can. Get a blocker down, even though we don't care about it because the Surge Engine can't be blocked. See if they're willing to take points or if they're willing to give me a card draw. They give me the card draw. Perfect top deck to get rid of Search Engine if they don't put down another creature. I'm hoping they spend their energy on removal, because we got 3 creatures and they're all kind of deadly. They could pump this up as a 5/4 and just swing in an attack, but They're dead in a couple turns if they didn't do something else. They have the ossification. Okay, go after the Molten Monstrosity, please. You go after the Shakedown Heavy? Really? I'm kind of surprised at that. You could at least stop the attack from the Shakedown Heavy. Now you can't stop the Monstrosity. That sounds like a tagline. You can't stop the Monstrosity. Okay, get rid of your creature.
Nobody knows, Dominaria. I'm tired of your secrets.
Steel Seraph was a useful card. Kind of glad you don't have it. Let's see. I want to have you to the face, and let's go get me another creature. Because this is going to get pumped up right away because they lost a creature. So I'll get my counter. And I've got lethal damage if they don't have a blocker or removal. That's going to do it.
If there can be no victory,
Drop.
we'll retake this land from Phyrexia.
That was kind of my perfect hand, I think. Right, you get the heavy, you get the monstrosity, you get the support creatures. We did so well. We technically didn't even need the supports all that much, right? But we were there. They were handy in case I did. Right, we would have had instant removal or attack or damage. Alright, that's the deck. Let me take you in and show you one more time all of the cards. And as always, we ask you to like and subscribe. Barbarians and Hellions. It works pretty nicely. You got the short-term blockers. They can turn out to be really impressive later in the game. You got, I only need the 2 Shakedown Heavies, really. The frequency is enough. I mean, if I had more, I'd probably put them in. But I only have 2 right now. And I'm under an artificial constraint where I don't actually burn a lot of wild cards if I don't need to. I just build my collection naturally just by playing the games and winning the cards as I get rewarded them. But the 2 Shakedown Heavies, and also keep in mind, if the Sardian Cliff Stompers get powerful enough, you don't even need the Shakedown Heavy. So this really gives you, by the time you get 4 mountains on the field with the Cliff Stomper, that can also be enough of a discount for the monstrosities as well. So I'm not relying only on the Shakedown Heavies for the monstrosities. But that is the key to my concept behind this particular deck. And then just a little bit of removal surrounding them to help them survive a little bit, and the bonus of possible melding that we did get to meld once, although it was kind of accidental because I forgot about it. I think the only card that didn't really make an appearance in here was Burn Down the House and maybe Mishra Tamer of Makfawa. But even, I forget, did Soren show up? I don't know. But I like the way that this all meshes together. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And we'll catch you next time with a new one. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have a good one.